Hello and welcome back to another video on the rest of the debate and to another edition of NXT 2.0 out of 10, or is it 2.0 out of 10? Who knows anymore with that surprise new logo reveal or whatever last week. But yeah, we're going to get straight into the show because we have a big development to kick off the show. Shawn Michaels was backstage with Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes before NXT kicked off. Michaels told Solo that the North American title match last week was not sanctioned and he would have to relinquish his title. Solo handed his title over and HBK congratulated him for making it to SmackDown, where he will perform for the time being. Solo left. Mello asked if he could get his title back, but HBK then said instead he would have to qualify for a ladder match and win the title at Halloween Havoc to become champ again. What was the point in having Solo win last week then? It just seems like a very weird decision, not really sure how I feel about it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll move on and see where it goes in future weeks. Before we got Axiom versus Nathan Fraser as our first match. The Best of 3 series continued with the second match, and Fraser was in control early on and went for a lariat and a rana. Axiom then went for a springboard crossbody, but Fraser caught him with a drop kick before we headed for a break. Back on NXT, Axiom got a near fall off an avalanche hit top before countering a dive into a sleep hold. Fraser got up, but Axiom transitioned into a guillotine before the hold was broken. Fraser then came back with a suplex and a Phoenix splash for the W. Gets 6 out of 10 from me. Decent second match, really good quality action actually. Fraser for me going over here is probably the right result as well for the series as well. Gets 6 out of 10, decent stuff. Toxic Attraction and talking Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. Paxley and Jane were in the ring early on and Dolan was tagged in with Toxic in control of the match. Paxley wasn't isolated but eventually managed to make the tag before Nile came in and hit some big suplexes. Nile then got a big kick in the corner followed by a suplex on Jane for a near fall before Dolan broke the pen and sent Paxley out of the ring before Jane got an STO but Nile countered it. Toxic Attraction got back in and hit a high low on Ivy for the W. Gets 6 out of 10 from me. Did its job. Toxic Attraction picking up the win. I also think Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley probably elevated just for facing Toxic, considering how established they are in NXT. I would say on the whole did its job pretty well, and Jack gets 6 out of 10 from me. But anyway, Joe Gacy and the Schism were out next and said that they were opposed to who they would fall, while those who followed them would be spared. Gacy then called out Cameron Grimes and said that he only had left was to beat Grimes down. Malik and Idris then attacked the trio mid-promo and we headed for a match right away. Fowler and Blade kicked off the match and Lofi was tagged in early on before being isolated by Schism in the ring. And Lofi and Malik then managed to send the Schism outside and hit a dive before we headed for a break. Back on the show, the Schism were about to hit a double team move on Blade at ringside before joining Gacy in the ring for a hug. Back in the ring, Gacy was tagged out, but Schism, before getting the trigger to Mayhem, finisher on an Lofi for the W, and Jack gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Joe Gacy's man picking up the win here. I don't think they like them, but I thought Grizzled John Mitch was going over and did make a sensible booking decision. And I am kind of intrigued to see where all of this stuff with GYV or Schism or whatever they are now, Dives, is going. Gets 6 out of 10 from me. Then it was time for Cora Jade versus Wendy Chu. Chu was in control early on and took Jade down before getting a headlock on Jade, who was sent outside and dodged the baseball slide before beating Wendy down in the ring. Chu was caught in a hole before getting a big kick and a lariat, followed by a suplex and a cartwheel splash in the corner. Jade then sent Chu into turnbuckles before getting a massive DDT, picking up the victory. After the match, Chu was in the ring when Lash Legend snuck up behind her and took her down with a big boot. On the whole, gets 6 out of 10 from me. Did its job. Wendy Chu, shame to see her lose, but Cora Jade, still relatively new heel character, makes sense for her to pick up the win. It just kind of did feel there, to be honest, so 6 out of 10. Carmelo Hayes was out next and said that he wanted everyone involved in calling the match with Solo last week fired. He wanted revenge, but it would have to wait as Chase U came out to make the best of a teachable moment. Chase U then chased Mello and Hayes out the ring before he headed for an impromptu match. Chase got a hip toss early on before making the tag to Bodie. Chasey then isolated Mello and got some big elbow strikes before Williams was able to tag in. Chase got his trademark stomps after taking Williams down before making the tag. Bodie locked in the backbreaker rack on Williams before Mello came in with a blind tag and broke it up. Chase was then tagged back in, got a pump kick on Mello before getting the win off a side press slam. Once again, I don't know where this is going. Is it causing division between Carmelo and Trick, or Carmelo and lose Trick eventually win back his title? Chase G winning here is definitely an interesting decision, but I'm going to give it more time to see where it goes. Von Wagner was then in action as he took in Sanger. Sanger was in control early and hit a big lariat before Wagner countered the following Sam and got some strikes, and Sanger then hit some strikes of his own and sent Wagner outside the ring. Wagner was outside and hit a lariat before a distraction from Mr. Stone allowed Wagner to get back in control. Back in the ring, Von Wagner lifted Sanger and got a Samoan drop, picking up the rather easy win. And yes, to be honest, gets 5 out of 10 from me. No issues with Von Wagner winning, of course I like him. But yeah, I mean, like, just picking 2 big guys and win and having Sanger buried like this. Yeah, I'm kind of want to see do more with Sanger, to be honest. So yeah, it has to get 5 out of 10 from me, unfortunately. Before Cameron Grimes was backstage and said that he would take down Schism next week on NXT before it's time for Grayson Waller versus Orion Mentor and Halloween Havoc ladder match qualifier. The newcomer was being hit with some big moves from Waller early on before he came back with a big kick in the corner. Mentor then dodged some big moves and came back with an electric chair for a near fall before Mentor got some big elbow strikes in. But Waller sent him down on the bottom rope and headed outside. Waller was setting up for the finish, but Apollo showed up at ringside, distracting him, allowing Mentor to get a win off a spinning heel kick. Yeah, I mean, like, this gets 6 out of 10 from me. I don't know. Mentor coming in kind of already feels like a bit of drama because of this. But you know, it does continue that feud. But I don't know where we'll go with Orion Mentor after this. Will he be treated more serious, or is it just a bit of a jobber? We'll see where it goes, really. But yeah, I mean, like, quite a lot of questions from this, really. Creed brothers were then arguing about who would beat Damon Kemp before deciding they would beat. Both wanted to end Kemp's career before it's Tyler Bate versus Jade McDonough. The two traded rollouts early on before Tyler took control of the match with some big moves. JD took a big shooting star press for a near fall before Bate got his spinning suplex for another 2 count. Both kicked out after a 450 splash and a brainbuster from McDonough before the two started laying down strikes in the ring. Tyler headed up to the ropes and JD met him up there. Tyler tried for a top rope finisher, but JD got a Spanish fly instead. McDonough got the double inside suplex before picking up the W. And after the match, Bron got in the ring to congratulate JD, but then Ilya Dragunov made its return to NXT. And yeah, it looks like we're heading for a triple threat match at Halloween Havoc. And yeah, so great to see Ilya Dragunov back. Didn't really see much of him in NXT UK, but yeah, I'm a massive fan of him, and having him back on being NXT now is only going to be great. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Overall, NXT gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought it was an okay episode of NXT. There was lots of stuff. Some of it maybe didn't quite make as much sense of ever, but you know, just lots of solid enough stuff on there. Nothing mind-blowing. I thought the main event was really good, but except for that, you know, nothing mind-blowing. Just a decent enough episode of weekly TV. So yeah, 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. If that's kind of done, remember to follow me on Twitter, Links to the show for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching.